Good morning, everyone. You're getting the tail end of a turkey butt. See the rest of them all out there eating my buckwheat seeds. Got the rest of this corn in, so they're ruining everything. Just kidding. Should be fine. What's up, guys? Joe with Trager Farms. I'm a habitat specialist with Whitetail Habitat Solutions alongside Jeff Sturgis and the gang. Hope everyone is doing well. We're back on the farm today, having some fun. It does feel slightly breezy, but it's supposed to be like 2, 3, 4 mile an hour winds. We are gonna go back there and take care of that switchgrass that's been a pain in our butt. Did think of something this morning as well, which even though we are only a few days after when I was last here, I'm gonna be able to do this spray and put some buckwheat down at the same exact time today, and that it can come through and germinate as the switchgrass is dying. Now, in a perfect world, if I had more time, what I would have done is actually mowed the switchgrass down, gave it a week or so to start leafing out, right? Remember, those herbicides are taken in through the leaves in the growing plant, so you need that surface area. So essentially, it would have dropped everything down, would have been a little bit shorter of a dying period too, just the plants being a little bit smaller. So anyway, I'm going to spray that all off. It can take its time dying, that's fine. The buckwheat will come up. I gave it a light disc, I don't know, a week or two ago, trying to kill it. It just didn't end up working, if you didn't watch the last video or two. So this time though, we're gonna get that for sure kill. We're gonna put that buckwheat in, and hopefully we still get a decent stand coming up as that switchgrass is dying. So we're gonna fill up the tires and the ATV spreader, since we still need to get that fixed. And then we'll get out there, we'll start spraying, and then we'll gather the buckwheat stuff. The nice thing too about using the sprayer every once in a while is that we can kind of come around the campsite, kill some of these fence edges and any areas that maybe you just don't want to mow as much or kind of difficult to get to. So we'll get that done too.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right, guys, real quick. Besides our growing apple trees, one of those things is busting out of the tube. We got our pines here. Got our Fraser fir. You can see the row doing pretty dang good, probably better than the other side. And we got our white spruce. These were decent sized ones. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Some good growth next to the mare's tail. So, all right, on to spraying. All right, guys, we got our buckwheat filling in our area here that I showed you last time that did not die to become our new food area. However, we have sprayed this. It's really not that bad. I mean, the grass is 1 to 2 feet tall. Not quite as bad, us kind of remembering, if you will, but will take a little bit longer to die. But the plan is this will kind of die off. Unfortunately, we don't really have rain for a week or two, and while that's not great, it will give this a chance to die as it starts to germinate, so that a lot of the buckwheat should not get shaded out. So we'll kind of see how that progresses, but hopefully just some light showers, and then we will kind of need some rain here soon. The dirt's really starting to dry out. I have some good corn areas, and I have some corn areas you can't tell now because it's pretty small, but this isn't as good, and over there it's definitely better than some other spots. So it's going to be nice screened in with corn and switch on the other side, sneaking in, getting into a stand or a blind. It's going to be a great spot. So I got one other area to do. I'm going to get that buckwheat in. We mowed the front lawn, got some other mowing, going to mow the trails, take care of that. I think take the ATV tires off. We've greased things, filled things up with gas, all that good stuff. Maybe check on some of our cuttings here, and then onward and upward. So excited for each day. We get a lot accomplished. All right, guys, the jack did not work to get the ATV tires off, and instead of getting my truck jack out, I'm gonna go borrow a different one or buy a new one. So got the mowing done. Basically had some fun not only mowing our trails, show you a little picture here, maybe for a potential shooting range, which would be nice. Get some of this dirt dumped maybe towards the end, so we have a nice backstop for the bullets, but could probably do quite some far distance shooting for fun, but get some people out here and have a good time. So got all that done, and then kind of mowed some of the deer trails, you know, just to kind of keep the path of least resistance going and semblance so I can easily mow it later. Wanted to show you guys too one other little thing. Been buying these a couple of them, these bee traps, mainly for carpenter bees, right? I haven't seen any honeybees in them, and I don't think they work like that for honeybees, but they basically have this little inverted hole, and they can't find their way back out. And I'm going to show you over here. There's actually a wasp in there as well right now, so it's kind of working for carpenter bees and for wasps. But take a look at, can you see up here the holes? See those? All those holes, they basically drill in, and almost like, I believe, even like hibernate in the winter. But anyways, they drill and kind of eat their way through all that crap. And I mean, look at this too over here. Terrible. Now, my wife and I built this shed, so I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, just the two of us. It's literally the max size. I think it's 12 by 16 or something, just under what the county would allow us. Ooh, that's a big old bird's nest to get away with without pulling any permits. And at the same time, you know, we put a good bit of time and money into it. I was gonna say just big enough that where both of us could lift the walls up. I mean, this maxed her and I out. We worked hard on it. But anyways, to see these bees, like literally, thankfully, I think it's just this one side right now, tear it up. You can easily pretty much build these if you wanted to on your own. It's just like almost a birdhouse, little chain, and then you drill out a hole and put a mason jar at the bottom. And it's the hole that has to be drilled at an angle is what's so important. But I mean, look at them all sitting in there. Most of them are dead. And it seems like it's working with the wasps and the carpenter bees. And I'll tell you, I mean, it's early June right now, and they are in all three traps that I have, basically one here and two on the porch. And I have not really seen, that might be a little wasp right there as well, but I have not seen a carpenter bee since, after a couple months, and I just started these. So I'd say they're working pretty dang good. If you're having that issue at all, give them a try. But that's about it for today, guys. That's as much as I can do. Want to get home for dinner. We'll get back out here, and then we got a bunch of other stuff to do. I'm going to talk to you about the blinds that we have. Going to be taking off the ghillie part to those ghillie blinds, and what we're going to be doing going forward, and how we're going to move them. All that good stuff. We got to burn some brush piles. All sorts of fun stuff to get this place in tip-top shape before the hunting season. So another thing you guys want to do is leave the bees in the mason jar. The scent and the buzzing actually attracts other bees as well, so you don't want to keep emptying it out. Any questions, guys, leave them in the comments below. I'll talk to you soon.